Well, hello, everyone. This is Steve Garfield from stevegarfield.com, and welcome to another episode of Hello, Millie. We have a jam-packed episode today. Lots of things happened to my mother in her assisted living, and these are the things we're going to talk about, and who knows what else might come up. First, the scooter accident. Next, the 102-year-old man, and finally, a gift. So let's not waste any time and bring on my mother. Here she is. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Steve.
Hello,
Hi,
Millie.
everyone.
Hi.
I'm glad to be here today. Yay! Millie made it.
You made it. You made it.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Pamela Sereno says, hey, Millie. Pamela says, hi. Oops.
Oh, that's
Okay.
nice. Hi, Pamela.
So we got a big show today. A lot's happened to you this week. So
Well,
everyone's wanting to know is, tell us about this scooter accident. What
Okay.
happened?
well, my apartment is located at the end of the hall, and there's a lovely alcove that I choose to sit on. It's outside of my apartment. It's a nice space. And I have developed a friendship with someone who comes. She's an aide, and she comes with the person she's helping. She takes a walk from wherever she comes from, and she sits there, and we have a nice relationship, a nice conversation. So this time when she came, she said, Millie, would you like to take a walk? And I'll show you where the small pool is and where the big pool is. I said, oh, great. And it happened to be a very hot day. And this is outside. But if she's inviting me to go for a walk with her, I wasn't going to miss out on that. So we started to walk. And as we were walking, another resident showed up who uses an electric walker. And she's just been here about a week. And she elected to join us. So she walked, the aide walked in front of me, and she walked in back of me. And we're walking along.
So, Ma, when you say an electric walker, you mean she sits in it?
She sits in it, and she controls it like an automobile. There are keys on there that she touches. She can go backwards, forward, left, right. She controls it.
Okay.
I just walk with her. Okay. So she's walking in back of me, and we go outside, and it is hot out there. But I'm going on this walk. And at one point when we were walking, apparently she lost control of her vehicle, and she hit me in the ankle, and it hurt, but it didn't last long. And I was in the middle of nowhere. I couldn't leave the group, but I stayed with the group and tried. The girl, the aide, was a fast walker, and I'm a slow walker, and I'm walking in the heat, but I can't leave the group. I have to continue. And okay, I finished the walk. I came home, and I was exhausted from this walk. The foot did not bother me. No. But the next day when I woke up, I looked at it, and it was swollen. So I thought, well, I've got to get some attention and have someone look at this. So I told the aide, and when she saw that, she took action, and I didn't realize how much action she was taking. But one thing I know she did was she got in touch with the doctor that covers this area. And it didn't take too long before he came. And he looked at it, and, oh, it's swollen. Yeah, I'll keep your foot up. And he touched it here, there. It didn't hurt me. But he says he's going to have it x-rayed. Okay, told me to keep my foot up. Don't do any necessary walking. If you have to you can go to the bathroom, but keep your foot elevated. Stay put. Okay, so I did that. And then a nurse came, looked at it, and she wrapped it up with an ace bandage. And she wrapped it up practically to the knee, but it had to get support. Okay. And then she told me to use a cold pack every so often. And she gave me the cold pack. She put it on me. I don't have a freezer here, So when the cold pack was through, I couldn't make it cold again. So I did what I could. And the next day, I think it was, the man came to x-ray it. And the short of a long story is I didn't break anything. I did some damage, but it's just going to take time to heal. And so today I went into this office where the nurse, she has a title wellness person. So I found her in the office. She's usually not even there, but she was there. And I showed her how I was wrapped up to the knee. Oh, she said, you don't have to be wrapped up that much. So she, as a nurse, she did something so it released the pressure on the space under the knee. I didn't need that because no one came to change it. They were supposed to come to change it, but they never did. So she did that. And I asked her about she's telling me use the pack, the cold pack. I said, wow, I have them, but they're not cold. So she told me what to do. And I'm not good with my hands anyway. I can't open things. I can't do things with my hands. And she's telling me, open it and do some squeezing to it, and it'll be cold. Well, I went back to my room. I can't do that. So
she doesn't know you can't open it.
I can't open it. I can't do it. So I called. It's funny, but it's not funny. All these years we've been doing, I can't open it. And that was a developing problem with my hands, which we handled very humorously. But now It's more serious. So I called the aide. She came in and I said, I need to do this. Can you help me? So she took the thing. I have a lot of those packages. I just can't use them. So she took it in her hands and she tore it. She used like all her strength and she tore it and it became cold. I never knew such a thing. So I put it in the place where I needed it and I kept my foot up until I had to go. I had to and wanted to go to bingo. I didn't want to miss the action for the day. If I could get out of here, I want to get out of here and play bingo. So I went and I had to sit there in a chair. I was okay. And I just came back at 3:35 in time to get this thing connected so we could do the show today. So I'm delighted that I had my bingo, I had my cold pack, and now I'm here and I can tell you about the rest of my day and my week. So that's that part of the day.
Well, everyone is relieved and happy that you didn't break anything.
Right, that's the big thing.
If you told the story, they came and did an x-ray in your apartment.
Yes.
And they said you didn't break anything. So that was great.
That's the good news. So when I called Dr. Mulder to get the results, so he told me no breakage. So I said to him, so how long is this going to take to heal? And how long should I take all these precautions? He says, it's going to take a while. So, from head to toe, I can tell you about a problem that I have. So now this is added to the situation. So I had to stay in all day yesterday, and surprisingly, and I was going to have company, but the company couldn't make it. But what surprises me, I was in this apartment all day myself. I did not have the TV on too much, and I don't know how that day went. The only thing I can tell you is I made a makeshift setup here so I could color. And I thank God I can still color because I'm very productive and I don't have anything handy right now to show you. But when Steve comes over, I will pull out my artwork and he'll put it up and I'm okay. So thank God today. Yesterday they brought me my lunch. They brought me my dinner. So that was very good. And this morning This morning they brought me breakfast. This afternoon I did go for lunch. And tonight I plan to go for dinner.
Good.
So that's good. So that's part of it. What else do you want to know? What else? Oh, the 102-year-old guy. The other night when I went to dinner, the people that I sit with, you have to come early to dinner. There were only 4 to a table. The table is large. We could have 6 people at the table, but they're keeping the old way since we've had the virus here. It's still 4 people to a table. So if I come too late, like late is 5:15, that's late. So I'm stuck and I can't sit with the people that I choose to sit with. The ones that talk, I can't sit with them. So I had to sit at another table. And fortunately, I found a table. I sat, and the man, the resident, had his son at his side. I don't think he joined us for the dinner, but he was there to keep his father company. And the guy is in his 60s, maybe a little older than Steve, very charming gentleman. And I was having some trouble. I don't remember what that trouble was. Anyway, I got to talk to him and he helped me. I needed batteries. The battery needed to be recharged on this thing.
I mean, the hearing headset.
My headset, it wasn't working. And I always take the headset with me. And this time, fortunately, I took some fresh batteries and put them in my walker because the thing wasn't working. And so I mentioned it to him. I said, I have this thing and it's not working. He took a look and he says, you need to put in new batteries. So I pulled out my batteries and he put them in and it works now. In the meantime, his father has the same equipment that I do. And his father's thing wasn't working either. So his son looked at what father was using, and his father had some other problem the son was not aware of. But when the son took a look, he saw what he could do and helped his father straighten his thing out. So I was thrilled that I had dinner with the 102-year-old guy who talked and the helpful son. And I took note and wrote down the father's name and the son's name because I saw the father, but I never really got to talk to him. And now that I have the father's name, he's my next door neighbor because I looked at the sign outside. His name is on the door. That door is always closed. So I never saw the person, and still to this day, I've never seen that father come and go. So I don't know how he gets out of his room because I've only seen him at dinner. I never see him walking around. But I will keep my eyes open for the father and the son. And I want to get more friendly with the both of them because the son could be helpful. He's a very caring son. He lives nearby, and I got the impression he visits his father often, and he's very helpful. And he's also in the computer business. So I have a little envelope here with my address and with your address. So I want to give it to his son, and maybe you'll hear from his son. And I want his son. Wait. And I want his son to look me up. Because I gave him my card. I had got to give him my card. I give people my card and I tell them, look me up, you'll have fun. So
they can read your blog at mymomsblog.blogspot.com and see what you've been writing for the past 20 years.
Right. So I'm advertising myself over here. Before I leave to go to breakfast, dinner, lunch, I put those cards in my walker. And if they express any interest whatsoever, I say, do you have my blog? Did I ever give you my card? And they say, no. I say, here. And I pass it across the table. And whether they'll follow through is another thing. They might take it, but they don't look it up. But I'm still pushing myself. And
That's great.
that would create some excitement.
We have a comment here from our friend Joseph Jaffe, who's also recovering at home. And he says, "Hi, Millie. He's recovering at home, but can't miss Millie TV."
Oh, I saw your picture, Joe. I'm glad your surgery is over, and I think you looked great. What did they do? What did they do to you? You're smiling. You look so good. You look younger.
Did look great.
You had the surgery and you look younger.
I don't even think he used a filter.
What is it?
I don't think he used a filter. It was just him. That's
him.
How good he looked.
You never, from what I know, I don't know him for a long time, but from what I know of you, you look a lot better than I've ever seen you look. So keep on doing whatever it is you're doing, and stay home and take the help from home. That's my suggestion to you. Keep getting better.
I agree. Best wishes to Joseph Jaffe and his quick recovery. Now,
wonderful.
The final thing, you got a surprise package delivered to you, a gift from our old social media friend, Toby Bloomberg, who was involved in the American Marketing Association and had you speak at a conference one time, and we connected online, and we're virtual friends.
Yes.
And she sent you a gift package.
Oh, it's a wonderful gift, Toby. Thank you very much. And it came at the perfect time. Toby was thinking of me and wishing me good luck in my new place. But the day I got the card, I had my feet up and I couldn't move. And I get this package from Toby. So it was a double thing. It was a greeting for a new place. And it was a greeting because I was sort of laid up. So I was thrilled to receive your package, Toby, and it brought back memories of when you found me on the internet. You found me on my computer, and you asked me to speak at a conference that you were giving in Boston. And you asked me to speak. Well, when you first asked me, I said, Toby, I can't do this. I've never done this, and I can't do it. And nicely, I appreciated her asking me. I can't do this. But she was persistent, and she was encouraging. And she said, whatever you need, Millie, whatever you want, I'll take care of it for you, and we want you to speak. And with her encouragement, I did. And this goes back many, many years ago. I can't tell you how long ago it was. And I spoke, and when I remember, it was a group of young people there, computer people, and I told a joke. One of the things I mentioned was some joke. And it's an old senior joke, but these kids were young, and they never heard this kind of a joke, and I broke them up. I was the hit of the afternoon. I still remember that, and I still have that shirt she gave me. It's watch out, I'm a blogger. You could be blogged.
Yeah.
So I never forgot that whole experience. And as far as the gift, this is one of the things, cocktail napkins. And she sent me a lovely card, and the theme was tea for two. So I have the cocktail napkins to have, and she sent me a box of green tea to make for my company. And she also sent me some cookies, and they're chocolate apricot cookies, which I took out of the package, and they're in a plastic container.
Those sound good, yeah.
Delicious chocolate apricot cookies. And this gift kept on giving. There were so many things in there. And then she sent me in the package, which included these 2 cups.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, and that has a good handle for you.
Yes, Steve. I was going to mention that. When Steve and I were shopping for coffee mugs, he knew I needed a good coffee mug with a good handle.
Yeah, hold that up so we can. Yep, it's a good big handle.
Yeah, she sent me 2 two of these cups to make tea in and have company with. But what I'm still doing, I'm very actively coloring, and I have a lot of crayons. I have a large inventory of crayons. So I have purchased mugs like this to put different colors in different mugs so I can put my hands on what I need. But I have so many coloring pencils that I welcome these so I can separate them more and have each one could have the bright colors and one could have the darker colors. Plus, I need special pens. I need a pen with a large, when I write, it should be dark. So now that I got these two new mugs, big container here, I started a mug with my good pens. Oh. I don't want them getting lost in the shuffle here, because if it's a light pen and I write with it, I can't read it.
Right.
So I'm keeping the pens in one of these mugs.
Oh, so that's a good idea.
I appreciate the card and the napkins and the candy, the chocolate, apricot cookies, and this mugs for my pens. So, and the thoughtfulness that I've known her for years and been very thoughtful of Toby. And I want to thank you, Toby. Thank you very much for all these goodies. So that made my day. And I'm going to enjoy this because I put the pen somewhere and I lose track of where did I leave the pen, and I need it. So now I have a place, a special place for my pens. So you made me very happy. Thank you so much.
Very nice, Ma.
Okay.
So what else is going on this week?
Well, this week, I went to bingo today, and since I haven't played bingo in a million years, but if someone is doing bingo here, I'm going. And what I have found when I've gone a few times now, and I have won a few times, and I have played Mahjong for years. So the first time I went to bingo and I won a game, it was exciting. Oh, it was exciting to win a game of Mahjong. It was exciting to win a game of bingo. So when I called out to tell them I was a winner, I called out Mahjong. So everybody laughed because I wasn't playing Mahjong, I'm playing bingo. So today, before this game, before I got on with Steve for Hello Mom, I could see that I felt like I was going to be a winner.
Oh.
And I said to myself, be careful, Millie, because if you make it, say bingo. So I made it, but I mouthed the letter like I was going to say M, but I stopped myself and I said bingo. The leader, very astute young lady, she saw that I was fighting it. She saw me going to say, but she saw I stopped myself in time. So I said bingo. And she had 10 people. That's a lot of people that she got to come to bingo. That breaks up the afternoon, because before you know it, I left, the class was still going on. I had to leave. So if I came home and I'm now doing this Hello Mom, so in about an hour, they'll be looking for me to come to dinner. So my afternoon is broken up very nicely.
Yeah.
So that's about all the top of my head that I can tell you.
Okay. Pamela says, Millie, do you have plans to add more blog posts? I found your blog when I was in the university and used it as an example in one of my assignments on blog.
Ha! That's nice. That's
All
nice.
right, is she coming in to ask you for dinner? Oh, someone just came in and left.
Oh, because
So the answer is she's not going to blog because it's too hard. But this is a lot easier for my mother to do is to talk on the video. So we're going to do these, Pamela, and thank you for doing that and sharing it. That's nice to see.
yeah.
I think they just came in. What time do you go to dinner? It's 4:25.
Oh yeah, they look for me now. I don't want to eat so early.
They just came in.
Yeah.
They
You saw.
came in.
I
They
don't
saw
want.
you were busy, so they didn't want to interrupt.
I don't want to eat this early, but I found out I have to because if I come in later, then I can't sit with the people I want to sit with. So
Right.
I just came back.
I know, Ma. I understand that's the way it is.
All right, that's the
So,
way it is. And my breakfast still comes in with, I don't know what I had this morning. I don't know. It wasn't sausage. It wasn't ham. It wasn't bacon.
right, you're not supposed to get any of those.
And I've been telling them for a month I don't want it.
I think you're not going to get that anymore. That's good.
Well, I'm still getting it because I didn't get toast this morning with the scramble. So I had scramble and some flat meat. I don't know what it was, but I ate it because I didn't have any toast. And I asked for fruit and I didn't get fruit. I didn't even get a banana. So when I went for lunch, I had lentil soup, which was okay. And then I ordered, I forget. Oh, I ordered I think I ordered a sandwich. But I wanted the fruit that I didn't get in the morning. So I also asked for cottage cheese with fruit. That's a special thing on there. So sometimes for lunch I'll have that, and that's fine for me. But I didn't have the fruit this morning, so I asked for the fruit and the cottage cheese. So I had the toast. I had toast and cottage cheese and fruit, and a couple of cups of coffee.
Good.
So that was good. So now, as we're talking, I'll manage with whatever it is they have for dinner. Oh, and they had chocolate. This is ridiculous. They had chocolate cake on the menu for lunch. And they know me already because I ordered the cottage cheese and the fruit, and I did not ask for that chocolate cake. So the waitress came over to me after I had the cottage cheese, and she brings the chocolate cake to me. Millie, do you want the chocolate cake? And I said, no, thank you. I don't want chocolate cake. And one night I had an eclair after dinner, and it was very fresh. It looked very good with cream in there, which I would never eat, but it did look good. So I ate like 3/4 of that eclair, which ordinarily I wouldn't have. They always have a big, luscious. Ice cream, anytime you want ice cream, they'll serve it to you, or you go to their refrigerator and help yourself to ice cream. So I'm sure I'm going to get some dessert offered to me tonight. And it all depends on what the entree is. And if I'm satisfied with the entree, I might ask for a cookie, a plain cookie. So sometimes they find a cookie for me. But anytime you want ice cream, come over here and they'll make you ice cream sundae, which sometimes I have, which I would never have. But so far I have not gained weight. So that's what Hello Millie has to say today.
All right, Ma. It was great, and have a great dinner. You got to get going. Get the good table.
Yeah, they're looking for me.
Hurry up, but be careful. Watch out.
I have to work. The one thing that I'm really satisfied with, is the very short distance. When I get out of here, the dining room is a short distance away. And when I play bingo today, it's a short distance away. And if they have trivia, it's a short distance away. So that's a good thing. So if I go off now, it'll take me 5 minutes, I'll be there.
All right.
So long, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Have a good night, Ma.
Yeah, thank you. You too. So long.